100 metres ahead of them. Off and running now, and they broke in a good even line, showing out nearly part Absolute Star, Draft Camp, and scooting forward also from the wider gate then was Famous Rainbow, and making a line of 4 almost as they run to the first corner was More Than Reward. Parked just back off them, then Silent Hero, followed then by Draft Camp, who lands 6th the rail, caught out 3 and 4 deep, Lucky to Win, but he presses on. Then came West Garden, Golden Wise back and wide, and Fortune Ahead is at the tail of the field. Famous Rainbow takes up the running with about 9.50 to go and travels well. Famous Rainbow length in advance. Silent Heroes worked as second, and third back on the rails then was Absolute Star. A bit deep More Than Reward. He's been 3-4 deep the trip in the centre, Lucky to Win, and a bit tight there for Draft Camp, who dipped at that point. Then Fortune Ahead is back near the tail of the field with Golden Y and West Garden not handling the conditions. He's gone further ahead, your favourite, as they run to the corner. Famous Rainbow away by 2 from Silent Hero, Lucky to Win, Absolute Star on the inside of him. Then a space back, Draft Camp, who's under the ban at the moment, followed by Fortune Ahead, Golden Y in the straight, and he kicked away here. Famous Rainbow, he's away with a big margin. Giving chase is Silent Hero, and running on fairly well then Draft Camp, Absolute Star, but this is going to fair dinkum romp in, and away goes Famous Rainbow first to the day. He's going to win by 10. All interest in the minors. Lucky to Win runs second. Third, wide out Fortune Ahead, Draft Camp fourth. Then came Silent Hero. Absolute Star didn't like the conditions. Golden Y didn't lift today. Second last, More Than Reward. And West Gardens ran last of all. Well, we labelled him the best of the day. There was never going to be much in the way of spoil. He's jumped at 2.8, and he has fair income romped in. Your favourite, Famous Rainbow. No sign of any rainbows here at the moment, though, with the gloomy conditions we've got. But this fella certainly loves a wet track. And in good form of late. That's 2 on the trot for him. And Charles Perkins, well, he's just riding like a man inspired of late. On the Derby Trail last weekend, winning double for him last weekend. He's got a good book of rides today. Now, Lucky to Win, getting into second. So the 3 and 7 Quinella, going to pay about 110. Third went the way of Fortune Ahead, so the wet track did help him a little bit. He's picked up a check for connections. And running into third, gee, they were spaced out. And Draft Camp dipped badly about the 750, but picked himself up again to run into 4th spot. So generally a pretty honest customer. Here's the head on replay. Time is going to be interesting, and you can see they're really getting into it. It's heavy, but this is a magnificent track. It's always very safe to ride on. But it is dead set very heavy today. So the result 3, 7, 6 and 9. Widest runner, More Than Reward. Golden Y didn't pick up today, which generally he's been a horse that's reasonably bankable on wet tracks. And Absolute Star, well, my prediction was wrong there. That's he in the red cap. We thought he might handle the wet, but he wasn't exactly in love with it at all. 3, 7, 6 and the 9. Number 3, the winner, Famous Rainbow by Swainess, and the mare Florence Hilton. She's a Pins mare, rather a lucky unicorn mare, I should say. And Charles Perkins doing the riding for Sue Chung. Second, the 7, Lucky to Win, Deep Field, Camps the mare. Andre de Silva doing the riding for Nick and Gary Moore. The 6 winding up in third, Fortune Ahead. Massatanaka 4, Stanley Chin. There was the getaway. I was tipping Absolute Star would lead, but Famous Rainbow does have some good dash and began like a rocket. And Perkins having no hesitation in letting him slide to the front and then taking control of the race. Now, I predicted they'd probably run 134 to 135, and what have they ran? They've run 1:35.5.